as the morning light filters through the curtains. Our protagonist groans in bed, staring at her phone screen. I don't want to go to work at all, she had posted, not expecting much. I just posted something nonsensical like this, yet it still got 1,000 likes, she reflects, amazed. Her online persona, known as Shingeki no Eroko, thrives in the virtual world, boasting over 100,000 followers, who eagerly await her every post. In her mind, she quietly apologizes for her sentiments, whispering, "I'm sorry." As she reluctantly sits up, she acknowledges it's time to wake up. Stretching, she reveals the truth beneath her successful facade. I spend all my time posting delusional erotic stuff alone. She is a NEET, a person disconnected from traditional career paths. Yet her account tells a different story of popularity and influence, even as she questions the value of her digital escapism. Thus begins Chapter 1. See, I don't want to go to work at all. The blissful life of indulging in anime and video games all day long. It feels so happy, especially with tons of new episodes coming out. But as she lets out a heavy sigh, the ideal life of a NEET sadly ends today. Even though she knows this was coming, her savings have run dry. From today on, she faces the reality of going to work. The bittersweet moment arrives as she hugs her beloved fan surrogate, realizing she'll have to part ways for a while. In the blink of an eye, time has flown by, and she's already 37 years old, while her fan remains perpetually 17. A recruitment ad catches her eye. What she must focus on next is working at a handyman service. A chapter ends as a new one begins, brimming with hope and nostalgia. Welcome to Handyman Amaguri, where a new day begins with the arrival of a fresh face. Shindo Eroko, a bit nervous, introduces herself, saying, "Hello, my name is Shindo Eroko. Today is my first day working here." Her hands twitch slightly, clearly feeling the jitters of a newcomer. She explains, though my name is Eroko, people tend to call me Eroko by mistake." There's a hint of embarrassment in her voice as she fidgets, worried about the common mix-up. Her new colleague tries to reassure her amidst the confusion, exclaiming, No, it's not Eroko, but Eroko." The friendly Sugita steps in, calm and composed, introducing himself as the president's representative. "Even though this is a handyman service, the work's not really very hard," he assures with a soft smile. Here, the atmosphere promises both ease and camaraderie, setting the stage for a fresh start in this bustling workplace. As the scene opens, two characters stand outside, a slight tension in the air. One of them holds a clipboard and explains, "There are other people working here, but for now, they're on a different shift, so you won't be meeting them." The newcomer reflects quietly, thinking, "This looks like a suitable job for me." With uncertainty in their voice, they ask, what do I have to do?" The answer comes calmly, "Right, since this is your first day, I'll assign you to a cleaning job." The newcomer listens, nodding slightly, but there's a sudden shift in mood as they think to themselves, "This guy, he probably has a very big realization." Meanwhile, the other person tries to grab their attention. "Shindo-san, are you listening?" Caught off guard, the newcomer snaps back to reality, still wrapped in the intrigue of the moment. And so their first day begins, amid curiosity and a whirlwind of thoughts. In this scene, the girl is caught off guard, suddenly slipping into a delusional mindset. "Oh, crap. I accidentally slipped into Eroko's delusional mindset," she exclaims, startled by her own thoughts. Meanwhile, a guy nearby is delighted by her enthusiasm. "Cleaning, right? I'm good at that," she proclaims confidently. though it seems she hasn't had much practice. Even though I never clean my own room, she sheepishly admits to herself. Her enthusiasm earns her some praise. Really? That's great, he responds with a smile. The atmosphere is light and somewhat humorous as she imagines herself surrounded by an imaginary crowd of fans. This job's definitely made for me, she thinks with glee. But reality quickly hits when she realizes, why two people here? As he assigns the task. Then I'll assign two people on this job, he decides. Damn, she mutters under her breath, caught between fantasy and reality. In this lively scene, we see a young man casually scratching his head, admitting, "Sorry for arriving late, boss. I woke up late, like usual." The view then shifts to another character, exasperatedly reminding, "Hey, didn't I tell you we're getting a new employee today?" As the situation unfolds, the surprise is evident. A high school student? What? A voice questions in disbelief. Another character nervously grips their notepad, unsure of how to handle this turn of events. What do I do now? They wonder aloud, clearly frazzled. I'm Hoshi, says one, introducing himself. Meanwhile, there's an important task ahead. Hoshi-kun's going to be training you today. The scene wraps up with a warm introduction. This is your new coworker. The tension of new beginnings mixes with curiosity as everyone adjusts to the surprise addition of a high school student in the team. It's a blend of nerves and excitement that makes this entrance particularly memorable. The scene unfolds with a burst of emotion as a girl, overwhelmed by her feelings, clutches her hands to her heart, thinking, "This boy is totally my type." Her heart races wildly, ba-dump, echoing her intense infatuation. Standing nearby, the boy looks puzzled, wondering what's happening. She struggles with her emotions, reminding herself, no, he's still a high school student. In her effort to regain composure, she grips her jacket tightly, internally urging herself, "Eroko and me, calm down." Taking a deep breath, she attempts to steady her feelings before bowing politely, introducing herself with a shy yet determined, I'm Shindo Eroko." Her heart pounds, and as she stands there, the moment is filled with a mix of nervousness and excitement, capturing the turbulent dance of young love and self-restraint. In a bustling scene, a quirky and flustered character introduces herself with an unexpected jolt. She exclaims, "I'm 25 years old. Why did I lie about my age?" Her voice trembles as she wonders, "What on earth am I doing?" As if embarrassed by her own slip, she adds, I spoke without thinking." Her eyes are wide behind her glasses. Feeling the weight of the moment, she clarifies, "People usually call me Eroko by mistake, but my name is actually Eroko." Her statement is underscored by comical jiggle sound effects that catch the attention of onlookers. Two observers stand frozen, internally marveling. Her breasts are huge, so big. Amidst the chaos, her thoughts spiral. My age is written clearly in my resume. Doesn't that mean I'm just a bold-faced liar? Despite her inner turmoil, she seems relieved that, luckily, those guys only paid attention to her breasts. The scene bubbles with a mix of humor and embarrassment, leaving her in a tangled mess of emotions. Outside a traditional bathhouse, anticipation hangs in the air. The two main characters, broom handles gripped tightly in their hands, stand before the daunting task ahead. Cleaning the public bath?" the girl exclaims, eyes wide with a mix of disbelief and curiosity. "That's right," the boy responds calmly, with the quiet confidence of someone used to diverse tasks. "We work at different places every time." As they enter the bath, a small voice of realization peeks out. "Is that so?" As expected of a handyman service, the girl's thoughts whirl. That means there's only I and this high school boy in this bathroom. With a brave face, she declares, "Ah, I'll handle mopping the floor." Her hands tremble slightly, but determination wins out. "Ah, yes," the boy replies, ready to tackle the job alongside her. Together, they face the unexpected challenge, ready to take on whatever the day brings. In this scene, tension fills the air as one character thinks to herself, "Though it's not like cleaning is that difficult." Her gaze turns confident. "I don't think there's anything I need to explain, right?" But the cold expression of her companion causes her to inwardly lament. "Ugh, he's so cold," but he has a point. She leans over her mop, feeling a mixture of bemusement and discomfort. "I was so distracted that I forgot about my 2D fan here," she reflects. It's challenging to approach this high school boy. With a self-aware smile, she wonders, just what am I expecting here, right? Her thoughts linger as she continues sweeping, trying to make sense of the awkward dynamics in the room. The uncertainty in her heart is clear, making the atmosphere both tense and slightly humorous. It's a simple cleaning task, yet the challenges of connection turn it into something far more complicated. The day seemed normal at first, but suddenly the atmosphere turned quite intense. Why is there such an extremely beautiful Lewd and working with me? The thought pulses through him as his heart pounds. I was sure today'd just be a normal working day. Yet, here he is, trembling, unable to escape her captivating presence. She's acting calm and collected, like an adult. So beautiful. His gaze flickers to her, fixated. Still, why are those, shaking so hard? Overwhelmed by her presence, he clumsily feigns indifference, but internally, he's reaching a breaking point. "Ah, I can't take it anymore." He covers his face, blushing furiously. She's so erotic. I can't look at her directly. The room feels smaller, and all he can do is hope she doesn't notice his racing thoughts. In Hoshi-kun's eyes, her allure is overpowering. Eroko made the high school boy extremely excited. A tense yet humorously relatable moment unfolds, leaving him wondering how to regain his composure. In a busy, bustling kitchen, a gentle chuckle echoes as she recalls, "Hoshi-kun, huh?" Her eyes reflect warmth and understanding. "He's still a nice and hard-working boy," she muses, acknowledging his blunt nature with a soft smile. Meanwhile, he diligently scrubs away, hands moving methodically. Though occupied, his thoughts drift. "Not good," he mentally frets, realizing, "I've got to pull up the cuffs so my pants won't get wet." In the background, she moves about, cleaning, while quietly admitting to herself, "I just couldn't talk too much with him." Her mind races with unspoken sentiments. Suddenly, his actions become more animated as he decides to act. She watches, mouth agape, startled by his impulsive move. With a determined motion, he pulls up his pant legs, stepping confidently. The unexpected gesture leaves her wide-eyed, an exclamation hanging in the air, punctuating this light yet revealing moment shared between them. Caught in an unexpected moment, she exclaims internally, "It's so erotic," as she notices his legs from behind. Overwhelmed, she covers her face, thinking, "Oh yeah, I can see them." The shock is almost too much. Panic sets in as she realizes he's coming and lets out an urgent "Fue." Concerned, he asks, "Hey, are you all right?" But she's too flustered to respond directly. Her heart pounds, and she thinks, "No, if you come closer." Desperation and embarrassment mix. Her expression shifts as she resolves, "I'll turn into Eroko." Her determination wavers. Her breath quickens with each "ha." Trying to regain her composure, she whispers to herself, Eroko, as if summoning a strength only she can understand. The tension of the moment is palpable, a whirlwind of emotions swirling around them, leaving her grappling between vulnerability and an unexpected desire to transform into someone more confident. In an intense moment, surprise takes hold as a fierce attack unfolds. Attacks, the scene screams, as water surges forward with a powerful The startled expression on the boy's face says it all. He wasn't expecting this. Why are you aiming at my crotch? Why? He stammers, fully drenched and utterly confused, his expression a blend of shock and disbelief. Across from him, a mischievous grin appears on the girl's face. You should stop right there, she warns playfully. Her cheeks flushed with a blush that hints at the playful chaos she's causing. Ho ho ho, sorry Hoshi-kun. She seems to enjoy the pandemonium, the water hose in her hand, a tool of unexpected hilarity. Eee! Echoes out as the unexpected and humorous situation unfolds, leaving them both in a drenched, hilarious predicament. It's a light-hearted moment in the midst of what could have been an ordinary day, a slice of chaotic fun in their world. In a sudden twist of events, tension fills the air. This is bad, she exclaims, watching worriedly as he sneezes. How did it turn out like this? His mind races, overwhelmed by the situation. Take off your clothes, she insists, with a flushed, determined look. Confused, he responds, Huh? Her concern escalates, warning, You'll catch a cold. Yet he protests. It's all right. I'm fine, as articles of clothing are tossed aside. Panic and urgency blend in a comedic whirl as he shivers. Wondering how he ended up almost completely stripped, she rushes to his aid, towel in hand, exclaiming, Hoshi-kun, there's a towel. Amidst the chaos, her intentions are clear. Keep him from getting sick while he fumbles in disbelief at the situation. The scene captures a mix between concern and embarrassment, showcasing their dynamic in this unexpected yet heartwarming moment. In this intense scene, a girl with long flowing hair leans in close to a seemingly surprised young man. Her voice is soft, yet firm, as she whispers, Here. Her eyes are determined, suggesting urgency in her actions. She wraps her arms around him, almost as if steadying him or offering support. The young man, looking slightly startled, has beads of sweat dotting his forehead. His expression is a mix of confusion and alarm, perhaps unsure of what is unfolding. In that moment, the air is filled with tension, highlighted by his reaction and the pronounced feeling of vulnerability. As her grip tightens around him, the sound of her effort echoes with a drawn-out "on," capturing the raw, unguarded emotion of the situation. This moment is charged with an intensity that leaves us wondering what led to this pivotal encounter, inviting us to delve deeper into their story. As our scene unfolds, the air is filled with tension. The young man stares, his eyes wide with surprise as a blush creeps across his face. What? He stammers, caught off guard. His heart beats faster, unsure of how to react. The young woman, with a gentle, apologetic expression, softly says, I'm sorry. Her eyes are sincere and earnest. Did you feel any warmer? She asks, concern lacing her words. There's a moment of silence, where emotions speak volumes. He finally responds, yes, his voice barely above a whisper, acknowledging the warmth she's brought to his heart. With a swift, confident motion, she adjusts her glasses and declares with a smile, Then, let's finish this cleaning job together. Her enthusiasm is infectious, setting a determined mood as they stand side by side, ready to tackle the task ahead, hearts now a little closer. As the clock strikes 5 p.m., signaling the end of another workday, one character gathers their belongings and quietly announces, "It's 5 p.m. already. I'll be leaving now." A quick exchange of appreciation floats through the air with a friendly, "Thanks for your hard work too." They head out, the sparkling cleanliness of the workplace, a testament to their diligence. Outside, a slight awkwardness lingers between two individuals. One hesitates, then stammers, before finding the courage to continue. "I think next time, we'll be working together again, so please, take care of me." The sincerity is heartwarming, as the response comes with a bright smile and an enthusiastic, "Yeah, I'll try my best to not become a burden to you." In this quiet, sincere exchange, there's a sense of camaraderie and a hopeful look toward future teamwork, leaving a warm, uplifting feeling as the day concludes. In this intense moment, our young protagonist's heart races. The thump, the thump. The Virgin Mary, he thinks, as if struck by divine presence. His cheeks flush, caught in a whirlwind of emotion. The scene shifts dramatically to a girl, overwhelmed and wide-eyed. Shock, her thoughts explode into the air. Wah, wah, wah. Her internal struggle is palpable, panic setting in as sweat beads on her forehead. How on earth do I face him next time we meet? She wonders in frantic thought, fumbling for composure. In a funny twist, she reflects, wanting to hug a drenched high school boy. It's a moment she never expected to become reality. She continues in her mind, "I accidentally turned that delusion into reality." Awkward yet endearing, this encounter leaves both wondering about their next steps, emotions swirling around them like a gentle breeze. A girl giggles with a mischievous glint in her eyes, reminiscing fondly. Oh, but Hoshi-kun's flustered face back then was so cute. She can't help but chuckle, her heart fluttering at the thought. Deciding quickly, she feels a surge of excitement. Nice, while I still have memory of that touching sensation, let's quickly head home and write some more nonsensical tweets. Meanwhile, back in the classroom, two students are engrossed in their phones. One whispers with disbelief, "This person's perverted to the blood." The other murmurs, "Boobs." There's a new tweet notification lighting up their screens. There's another tweet notification from Shingeki no Eroko. Unbeknownst to them all, Hoshi-kun's head rests on the desk, completely unaware of the attention he's garnering. The air hums with anticipation. Hoshi-kun's still completely unaware that he's being locked on by Shingeki no Eroko. It's a web of emotions and secret admirations, all intertwined with a single innocent boy at its center. The scene opens with a girl adjusting her glasses with a determined yet slightly embarrassed expression. Her long hair cascades around her, and there's a heart symbol tucked amid her strands, as if whispering secret feelings. In the background, kids are immersed in their own world, lost to her quiet moment of introspection. Chapter 2 begins with a peculiar title. I'll sniff with all my might because his nape smells so good. There's a quirky charm in her resolve, a strange yet endearing sentiment wrapped in her intentions. She sits comfortably, yet her face tells a story of mild defiance, perhaps bracing for the challenges of expressing these unusual feelings. As she shifts her gaze, the soft morning light spills into the room, warming the gentle humor and subtle sincerity of her confession. Through her steadfast stare and gentle resolve, we glimpse her unique perspective, a small slice of her world poised for a sweethearted adventure. Meet Shindo Eroko, a 27-year-old NEET, lying in bed with a heart-shaped balloon in hand. She contemplates her life, confessing, "Even now, I'm still having some worries." Her mind drifts to the high school boy she knows. Hoshi-kun. The high school boy who works part-time together with me. Hoshi-kun, she muses, her thoughts tinged with uncertainty and curiosity. How do I get close to a high school boy? She wonders, rolling over and hugging a body pillow tightly. He's just the type I want to become close to, she admits, her expression fluctuating between determination and hesitation. Eroko's dreams and insecurities intertwine in a mix of admiration and self-doubt, as she imagines the possibilities of bridging the gap between her reality and what she yearns for. Her heart races with the idea of connection, while her tranquil surroundings echo the silent hope she harbors within. In this scene, we find a young woman lying in bed, her face taut with frustration as she scrolls through her phone. Why? Is there no one who wants to get close to high school boys? She wonders. Despite her determined searching, she can only find tips online about getting close to high school girls. Feeling stuck, she muses, no matter how I search, there are only tips about how to get close to high school girls on the internet. Later, she's sitting with a dreamy look, clutching a body pillow shaped like a fan surrogate. She reassures herself, not really. It's not like I don't have feelings for him, so I want to get closer to him. The atmosphere is a mix of amusement and yearning as she giggles. It's better to love a high school boy rather than just loving 2D boys, right? Her heart beats faster as she embraces her fantasy, thinking, now what I want the most is, so at least within my delusion. I want to become the hood on Hoshi-kun's coat. The thought races through her mind with an intense longing. I'm so happy. I just want to smell the sweat on his nape. Her imagination runs wild with a strangely specific desire. Suddenly, a jolt snaps her back to reality as she checks her phone. More notifications from my weird delusional tweets. It's gone viral. I want to become a high school boy's hood so I can freely smell the sweat on his nape. I want it. Oops, a smirk spreads across her face as she realizes the unintended popularity of her tweet. But now isn't the time to get caught up in this. Oh no, this isn't the time to be doing this. With determination, she gets up, telling herself, I have to go meet Hoshi-kun to continue with our business. Go to work. It's time to face the real world, leaving her amusing fantasies behind. At least for the moment. As you can see, this character reveals they have another name, Shingeki no Eroko. Their account is exploding with popularity, boasting more than 100,000 followers. In a moment of vulnerability, they admit, I just can't stop thinking about erotic things. If I can't type out my nonsensical thoughts, I'll surely puke. Today marks their second day working, and they reflect on how their delusions have risen to a new level. Thanks to Hoshi-kun, they've gained even more followers as a result. Determined to be friendly, thoughts whirl. I want to be a little bit more friendly with Hoshi-kun, but walking towards their destination, they decide, let's see, today I'll go straight to the workplace. Approaching the building, they confirm. Looks like it's this place. Balancing real life and their online persona, they continue their journey, navigating both the digital world and personal connections. As the morning sun casts its warmth, a girl greets a boy with a shy, good morning. Her heart races at the sight of him, nervously gazing at his simple t-shirt. That t-shirt is, she points out, trying to maintain composure. The boy hesitates, returning the greeting with a modest wave. Hello. Caught off guard by the heat of the day, he explains, today's very hot, so. She stammers, that's right, but quickly realizes something. So, there's no hood, huh? He acknowledges, while the girl's heart lets out a heavy thump, leaving her to sigh in quiet despair. Confused, he wonders silently, why is she so depressed? while she is left pondering why a missing hood could feel like such a big deal. Her expression holds a mixture of longing and disappointment, but the reason remains her own secret, even as she stands quietly beside him. As our scene begins, a realization hits her like a lightning bolt. She wonders, with a white t-shirt like that, I wonder if I can see his nipples. Her gaze is intense, as curiosity mingles with something more. Meanwhile, his inner monologue races. No, wait, isn't there anything erotic about a t-shirt? He stands there with uncertainty, holding a phone, looking down at the day's tasks. Let's see. Our job today is, we have to clean the gutters and weed the grass at this abandoned house. He reads aloud, still distracted by the earlier tension. Her expression softens slightly, perhaps masking a bit of embarrassment. Together, they're about to take on the day's chores, but not without a hint of awkwardness lingering in the air. He concludes the discussion, subtly uneasy, as he says, "Got it." The simple tasks ahead seem daunting, not just because of the work, but because of the unspoken thoughts and emotions hovering between them. In this scene, we find ourselves in a moment of comedic tension as a high school girl, visibly flustered, stares in surprise. Oh, no, she thinks, eek, because a high school boy's nipples are right in front of me. Her mind races, desperately trying to maintain composure. Nothing, she blurts out, glancing away as if to shake off her embarrassment. Hey, is there something wrong with my shirt? The boy questions, unaware of the internal chaos he's triggered. She trembles slightly, muttering under her breath, "Shut up." In a bid to regain her senses, she silently commands herself, stay put," as she tries not to be overwhelmed by the awkwardness of the situation. Meanwhile, the boy attempts to steer the situation back to task. Hey, I'll assign the tasks now. It's a perfect blend of humor and endearing awkwardness, capturing the essence of high school antics and the unpredictability of teenage interactions. On a quiet day, the task of cleaning up takes priority. He approaches her with a clear plan. I'll use this folding ladder to clean the gutters. Shindo-san, you'll weed the grass. There's no room for negotiation. But she hesitates, conflicted. Yeah, but that means Hoshi-kun will be doing the heavier job? He reassures her, considering her safety above all else. It's all right. If you're not used to this job, it'll be dangerous. Besides, I think it's a bit too much for a girl. His words, intended to protect, fill her with a warm gratitude. Hoshi-kun is treating me so nicely. Her heart softens, touched by his kindness. As he turns away, she reflects on his gentle nature. Such a nice boy like this. Is he an angel? In her thoughtfulness, the mundane chore transforms into a moment of connection, leaving her wondering about the depth of his caring spirit. In a bustling workshop, a young man stands atop a folding ladder, focused on his task. Nearby, a girl watches him with intense longing. Her thoughts reveal her quirky fantasy. I want to be that folding ladder. She imagines herself supporting his body, whispering breathlessly, I want to support his body. Besides, I can look at him up close, from lots of angles. Her desire is vivid and heartfelt. Internally, she promises, I'll choose that for sure. If I get reincarnated, I'll become a high school boy's folding ladder. As she dreams, she's plucking grass, her heart racing. Meanwhile, the boy senses her gaze, thinking, somehow, I feel that I'm being stared at intensely. Little does he know the whimsical dreams stirring within her. The scene paints a charming, humorous picture of youthful infatuation, where mundane objects become symbols of deep affection. Gazing intently, he can't help but peek over to catch a glimpse of her. Her expression is inviting and friendly, her glasses perched neatly as she offers a cheerful smile. His heart races, each thump audible like a drum, as he thinks to himself, so cute. Her presence is mesmerizing, capturing his attention completely. Meanwhile, she watches him from below, with an amused glint in her eye, chuckling softly to herself. Elegant and quiet women are great, aren't they? But in her playful mind, the thought persists. Hoshi-kun, the way he poses his butt is wonderful. There's a playful contradiction as the caption wryly notes that elegance isn't quite in her vocabulary. It's all about her unique charm. In this moment, the ordinary task of climbing and fixing becomes a backdrop to an exchange full of unspoken connection and mutual admiration. 1 hour later, we find her in the field, breathless and exhausted. Huffing and plucking at the plants, she struggles with her strength and heat endurance pushed to their limits. Panting heavily, she thinks to herself, I've been a hikikomori for too long. This is bad. Her eyes dart to a figure in the distance, a reminder of the challenge at hand. Memories surface, and she realizes, come to think of it, a handyman's work mostly involves labor, right? Her determination begins to waver as the weight of the situation hits her. If this keeps up, I won't be able to endure it. Still, there's a relentless spirit in her. Though she wants to take a break, she knows. But I'm the only one working here, so I can't do that. The pressure mounts, yet she's determined to keep going, despite feeling overwhelmed and alone in her task. In a rather humorous scene, we find ourselves witnessing a peculiar moment. A young man is hard at work on a ladder, beads of sweat glistening as lively sparkles dance around him. Nearby, a woman, slightly out of sorts and looking dazzy, murmurs to herself, if only I could get close and smell a high school boy. I'd be healthy again immediately. With a mischievous glint in her eye, she grips the ladder and seems to struggle with some comically overwhelming urge. Her mind races. I can't hold it anymore. She takes a deep breath. The young man, oblivious to her inner turmoil, is startled as he hears her behind him and asks, "What's wrong?" He can sense something is off, but remains focused on his task, a palpable tension hanging in the air. The combination of her bizarre craving and his confusion creates a hilariously awkward moment. On a bright day, a girl finds herself in an unexpected predicament. Oh no, she thinks. My body's moving instinctively. Her eyes widen in alarm. It's automatically heading toward Hoshi-kun. She approaches with a mix of panic and determination. As she tries to regain control over her own actions, she stammers a quick, hey. Yet her body doesn't heed her mind's caution. She feels herself drawn closer. Attacking, she exclaims, unable to halt her motion. In a flustered state, she reaches out, saying, Hoshi-kun, let me give you a hand. A sense of urgency fills the air, but her lively energy is palpable. Meanwhile, the young man she's approaching is taken aback. Eroko-san is. His thoughts trail as his consciousness starts to fade. Her grip tightens, the moment filled with unexpected intensity and humor. In a moment of chaos and concern, the young woman missteps, her foot slipping after just one step. She exclaims, as she loses her balance. Her companion, worried and startled, yells, Wait, don't climb up here, it's dangerous. But it's too late, and she tumbles to the ground with a resounding thud. Hurr! He shouts, as she makes her unexpected descent. Quickly rushing to her side, he frantically asks, Are you all right? She sits on the ground, her face a mask of embarrassment and discomfort. "Ow, it hurts," she admits, wincing and reddening from the mishap. Concern hangs in the air as both of them assess the situation. The moment is tense but undeniably real, highlighting the unpredictability of small accidents and the care in shared experiences. In this touching scene, we find a character sitting against a wall, visibly upset and deep in thought. Attack failed, they think to themselves, reflecting on past events. The words upset hang heavily in the air, perfectly capturing their mood. As another character approaches, they express regret. "I'm sorry, my leg was sprained," acknowledging the burden they unintentionally placed on their friend. The friend responds generously, "It's okay. Please don't mind these trivial things." There's a quiet understanding between them, as they aim to reassure the one who's feeling down. Meanwhile, a third character chimes in, providing some context to the situation. "I've weeded the rest of the lawn. In the end, Hoshi-kun had to do all of the work. Despite the extra effort required, there's no sense of resentment, just a casual as they wrap up the task. The moment is a gentle reminder of friendship and support when things don't go as planned." As he feels his heart pounding, he looks at her, thinking about how even though she's normally quiet, she's so cute when she's upset. He tentatively speaks, saying, Yeah. Meanwhile, she looks down, a little embarrassed as she clutches her knee and asks cautiously, "Your leg is still hurt, right?" She seems self-conscious and concerned, reminding him softly, Looks like I still can't walk yet, even at a slow pace, so you should go back first." In this heartfelt moment, a young man gathers his courage, cheeks flushed with determination. "Let me carry you on my back," he insists, his voice filled with eagerness. "If you don't mind," he adds, his sincerity almost tangible. Meanwhile, the girl hesitates, concerned about being a burden. "I'm quite heavy," she admits, but he quickly reassures her. It's completely fine. Their situation seems urgent, as he explains they must return together to report or face trouble ahead. With a deep breath, she finally gives in to the moment. Then, "Please spoil this helpless Shingeki," she declares with a playful intensity, a blush spreading across her cheeks. Her glasses slip off, and her eyes convey a mix of vulnerability and teasing. The young man is startled, wondering why she's taking off her glasses. This simple act holds a deeper meaning, revealing her trust in him as they share a moment of connection and understanding. In the midst of a quiet street, a young woman is caught off guard, her face turning a bright shade of red. "What is this? Am I dreaming?" she wonders aloud, overwhelmed as she rides on the back of a boy, staring closely at his nape. Hoshi-kun's nape is right in front of me. Her heart races with disbelief and a mix of excitement. The boy steadies himself with a surprised, "Whoa, whoa," as he supports her weight effortlessly. Meanwhile, his concern is evident. Hey, if you need anything, just tell me. Don't overwork yourself," he advises gently, showing his genuine care. He knows she's still adapting. "You're not used to the job yet," he points out. "If you don't take a break once in a while, you won't have the strength to do anything." Her response is earnest, eyes softened by gratitude. "It's fine for you to depend on other people more," she reassures him, encouraging vulnerability in their growing bond. As we find our characters on a quiet street, emotions run high. "Thank you," says one with sincerity, breathing out softly. The other leans in, overwhelmed by the moment, sniffs filling the air with warmth. The scent of Hoshi-kun's nape. "It's wonderful," they think, heart visibly fluttering. Confusion mixes with joy as the moment continues. Why do I feel a heavy breathing on my nape? Wonders the one being embraced. Cheeks flushed with embarrassment. Bukatsu jitters fade into quiet contentment as they walk, emotions deepening. Surely, if I were to be reincarnated, I'd choose to become a high school boy's hood, they muse dreamily, imagining a life eternally close to this cherished feeling. Those two have become a little bit closer. The scene concludes with a hopeful note. In this tender exchange, a small step has brought them nearer, as their bond quietly deepens in the midst of an ordinary day.